This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Welcome to the Stadium Course, TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. It's a masterful blend of challenge and playability designed by the team of Tom Weisskopf and Jay Moorish. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports.
The changes, Rich, they made in 2014 have just added a luster to this great venue that hosts the PGA Tour event each and every year. And it's a great test for any level of play.
Good contact, good result. Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
I mean, really, on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. These putts keep the round together. -1, getting early going. Teed up here at the par 4 second. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
This hole has been lengthened in 2014, some 30-plus yards. Bunkering down the right has also changed, making this drive a little bit more important now. You can't just blaze away over the hill. Green also changed with the addition of 2 bunkers on the left side.
Those are good numbers right there. 320. 320 yards, just crushed it in the fairway. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. That should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Frank, what's the strategy here off the tee at the par 5 third?
For the long hitters, they still think that they can reach this par 5 and 2 comfortably with a good tee shot. For the shorter hitters, it really is a thought about where you lay up that second shot to try and leave a good third shot yardage in. Still a good tee shot, though. That hazard down the right side protects against someone who's a little too cavalier off the tee.
Good tee shot, right in the fairway, and plenty long.
Second shot.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Oh, man, just slides by. And only a tap in left. Good putt. He has this for par. Did the job right there. Frank, this is a demanding driving hole, the par 4 fifth.
Another hole that bends gently to the left. There used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. It's now 1, and it's in the perfect position to make you think about your tee shot. Really, you have to be left of that. The new tee's added a little bit of yardage to it. The green still looks the same as what it once was. Tilts slightly from left to right. But you can see why a draw is the preferred shot at TPC Scottsdale.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Should be safely on deck.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Playing some outstanding golf right now. That's another birdie and 5 under par. Par 4 sixth, and Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass. Frank, getting set for this approach shot. Our featured golfer is a player, it's obvious, in full flight right now.
It is. This is where it doesn't matter what the sport is, and golf is a great example for it, though, where when you play your best, it's almost like you're just playing out of your subconscious. Everything happens, it just flows, and you don't really think about it.
Now a 7-footer. And Frank, the train is rolling down the tracks right now.
You just check another one off.
On to the par 3 7th, 215 yards from that back tee box, Frank.
This hole hasn't really changed. Still has that V-shaped green where it's very narrow in the front. A high-flying shot in here that carries that front edge, and you'll find the further and further you go back there, the more receptive, and that green starts to widen.
That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Has to be feeling good right now. Looks good with 2 straight birdies and 7 under on the card. Now here at the par 4 8th, slight dogleg to the left, Frank.
And this dogleg's made more severe now by the addition of 2 bunkers. This was a bunkerless hole off the tee in years gone by, but those 2 bunkers certainly make this a sharper dogleg. And because it forces the player to go down the right side, adds length to the already long 475 yards.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 birdies for the round. Rounding out the front 9 with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. There is now 1, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really, the best line is still down the left side, so it still actually suits a draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep, too. So judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Rich, I'm starting to lose count. This is just birdie after birdie.
It's all-time stuff. I mean, this is territory we just don't visit very often. Getting set now to start one of the most exciting back 9s in all of golf on the PGA Tour here at TPC Scottsdale, beginning with the 10th.
If you stand on this green, Rich, and look backwards, you realize how severe this dogleg is. But from the tee side, it's a sharp dogleg to the right. It's actually a layup down the left side, and then a second shot around the 150, 160-yard mark in.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Birdie try up next. I mean, this is amazing, Frank. He has knocked down every flagstick and a chance here for 6 birdies in a row.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. 6?
Now at the par 4 11th, Frank, I really like this hole.
Well, you might be the only one, Rich, because this is an absolute scorecard wrecker. Water all the way down the left side. There's 2 bunkers. Don't worry about that. They're not off the tee. They're around the green. They protect the left front and the back. If you think you can bail out down the right side, well, you could find cactus and all sorts of crazy things down the right. And believe me, go down there, more than anything, they'll wreck your scorecard as well.
Well, now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Time for lucky?
Oh, this is getting off the charts. This is nearly obscene. This is for 7 straight.
Nothing lucky about it, just good. Well, Frank, this is kind of the forgotten par 3 on the back 9 here at TPC Scottsdale. All of that attention on hole number 16. What do you think of the par 3 12?
This is by far tougher, Rich. Downhill tee shot, especially off that back tee. Bunkering down the left, sort of it catches your eye, but it also takes your eye off the water, which is behind and to the right of this green. You've got to be careful. This is a real sleeper, this par 3.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. To the par 5 13th here at TPC Scottsdale. Lots of danger left and right of this tight fairway, Frank.
This hole has really changed over the years. There used to be a split fairway. That no longer exists. That bunker you can see down the left side, which you can't carry, really defines the left side of this hole. Water still in play down the right, and big change here is the bunkering along the left, front, and left side of this green. So you can't just blaze away and comfortably expect to hit 13 and 2 anymore.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. What a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. Shouldn't be a problem here. Just dominated this hole and ends up with an eagle. At the 14th now, it's a par 4.
And a dogleg left once again. The bunker on the left side's been pushed out to the fairway to really make you think whether or not you can carry that. It's a lengthy second shot because it's going to play a little bit uphill. And this green is well protected on the left side with the 2 bunkers. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
This could be a good one. That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
It's a big putt right here for birdie. Didn't think this was possible, but 15 under par already. Great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th, but Frank, I'm wondering, as a player, is your mind beginning to think about what's ahead at that par 3 16th hole?
Oh, they are. This is really the finishing stretch at TPC Scottsdale, where you get all these 16, 17, and 18, where so many can actually happen. But this one here is all about finding the fairway. A good drive down here will be well rewarded because you'll have a chance to reach this par 5 and 2.
And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Frank, even at major championships, a good crowd on a single day might be 25 to 30,000. Consider this for just a moment. At the TPC Scottsdale in 2013, round number 3 on Saturday, almost 180,000 fans jammed into that ballpark.
It's hard to imagine that's twice the gate of the Super Bowl on a golf course. Now, obviously, some of it's hidden because of the size of the acreage, but golf just doesn't get that type of crowds anywhere else in the world. But it works at TPC Scottsdale. They have a crowd that keeps going back. They have the Bird's Nest, for example, that goes there. The parties that ring around it. It's an atmosphere that golf never gets anywhere else, but it really works there. The players feel it too. They breathe it. And this is 1 week of the year, just 1 week, where they do feel like superstars.
It's a mix of soft spikes and stiletto heels. There's nothing quite like the TPC Scottsdale. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the 17th, and Frank, fair to say this is one of the best short par fours in all of golf?
It is. The drivable par 4 that's designed the way it's meant to be played is a winner. The ones that are just shortened to be made drivable, they don't work. This was designed to be a 17th hole, and it was designed to be drivable. You couldn't get a better place, and you couldn't get a better par 4.
Drivable par 4. Not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. This can be a cruel game at times. So the short miss, and those are painful. Settles in over the putt, continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Par 4 18th, and Frankie, if you are trying to win the tournament out here at TPC Scottsdale, this is all you want down the stretch.
It is. There's a short bunker there, obviously for the recreational player to respect. 3 bunkers down the right side protected, and that new bunkering situation down the left there to stop the attack of a Bubba Watson or a JB Holmes. Now this tee shot is going to have to be respected, and the green too is anything other than flat.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today. You know what's better than 2 birdies in a row?
What's that?
3. That's what he's going for.
That's a turkey in bowling, isn't it?
He's no turkey.
Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today we're located in La Quinta, California, getting set to take on this very challenging course. It's the stadium course at PGA West, designed by none other than the man behind TPC Sawgrass, Pete Dye. Diabolical, Frank. How would you describe the layout of the golf course?
I think diabolical is the first thing that would come to mind. This is how Pete Dye got his reputation, by building these type of golf courses. Matter of fact, in 1987, the players voted. They didn't want to keep coming back here. They thought it was too tough. But it has been used as a tour qualifying site. So if you think it's too tough for the regular pro, you imagine trying to qualify for your PGA Tour card and playing this is a tough test.
Opening tee shot here at PGA West. Nice way to begin the round. Par 4 with a split fairway and, Frank, a narrow landing area.
It is narrow indeed, Rich. This hole will certainly keep you honest, not just because of the length of the hole, 450 yards, just generally moves to the left. There's a bunker down the right side that starts about 285 yards, so you've got to be aware of that. Even the long hitters, they don't really want to hit it too far past that, just set it up there on that nice little plateau. From there on in, you can see what's in front.
Frank, what's the player facing now with this approach shot here at the first?
Well, Rich, that tee shot looked like a draw off the tee. The second shot, because of that bunker just short right of that green, suits the cut coming in here.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. -1 in the early going. Teed up here at the second hole, Frank, this is a short par 4 measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really two bunkers that you've got to, or two complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left, you see, is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a two-shot hole, and play it that way.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Moving to the third hole, it's a par 4 again. This one 471 yards. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left. So it really does suit a shot coming in from the right.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Right off the edge.
Just a fraction softer, then it might have just turned in.
Did the job right there. Now at the fourth, par 3, and Frank, what's the key here?
Somehow find some green grass. The name Sandpit pretty much tells you what is around the green. Should be safely on deck.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Well, here we are at the first par 5 of the day. The fifth, 535 yards. Frank, break it down.
It's called double trouble. Reason why, there's the lake on the tee shot on the left side, and then he's reversed it up there on the second shot. He put the lake on the right.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I tell you, a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
What a hole this is. 255 yards, par 3, water everywhere you look. This is a real test.
It's called Amen, and whatever religion that you subscribe to, you better say a prayer before this one.
I like the looks of this one. Has to be pleased with that. An approach shot within 12 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, this is like a big water park here at PGA West. We saw it at the 6th, and here again at the 7th, a challenging par 4, 346 yards.
I've never, ever seen anyone try and drive this green. So it's just a layup. You see the bunker down there in the distance. That really is the stop sign. So something that's short of that, but really what I prefer is try and lay up on a nice number. Something that you've got a full shot in, whether that be a 9-iron or an 8-iron or a wedge. You'd like to have a full club in here.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Really playing some beautiful golf. That's a 5th birdie today. Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a free shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
That was a little over-ambitious.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole from that spot.
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So, given that, that was a very good shot. Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's a solid par putt. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that? How does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side. But then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. And what a shot. I mean, almost in. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. And that is 9 under for the day. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We're at the Career Builder Challenge, early season action. Hole number 10 as we get going on the backside. And Frank, if you're hitting it low and left or you're hitting it high and right, you can make some big numbers out here. A lot of water.
Well, you certainly can, especially for those people that have to tee off the 10th, their first tee shot of the day. Somehow sneak it down the left side. 300 yards to get past all those bunkers down the right. I don't know if you want to do that with a cold start. But the further that you can get down this hole, obviously that second shot becomes a little shorter, and you'd like to go in with a short club here. There's a wall, like the Great Wall of China down that left side of this green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. He's putting for birdie now.
2 in a row.
Right in it. Well, we've arrived at our third par 5 of the day here at PGA West. It is the 11th. It is nicknamed, appropriately, Eternity. 617 yards.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. What a drive. Just tattooed that.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
This one looks right on point. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Getting set now over the putt. So the eagle goes begging and still has this for birdie.